So I'm moving back, which is fading away from a fighting stance, fade, fighting stance to the cat stance, fade away. And then you just add in the ball kick or front. And you step back and you create the distance again. And you regroup. Okay? So anytime the distance open up, you go to attack, and the distance open up, and you can't attack anymore, then you start all over again. That means you regroup. So say you move back, make a movement, and then move back a little bit more. And he's too far back. Then I stop and I just regroup again. Because now he's too far, I start all over again. And I figure out test. Test. So I'm just testing him with these moves. See? So your movement has to be confusing to him. He cannot know what you're going to do. It has to confuse him. Disrupt his rhythm. Is everybody familiar with broken rhythm? Yes? Okay, good. So you break the rhythm. Sometimes I may move forward and stop. Like a lot of times, most sports fighters like to fight backwards. So they'll fight something like this. So if a fighter fights like this, that means all of the weight is on the rear leg. So that when you read the language of the body, it tells you this is their weapon that they want to use. So that's what you have to be on heavy alert for. But you're going to pay attention to everything. But you're going to watch out for this. Because they're fighting backwards. So you know if you jam this, it's going to be difficult. This is the major weapon, and the backhand will be the major weapon. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
So you have to break up the rhythm. Especially somebody like me, I can't kick anymore. So since I can't kick, I can't try to fight like they're kicking and I'm kicking. So I keep my fighting the same way that I would fight on the street. Transfer here and go more backwards. Right? No. Yeah, like you want to kick. So if I want to move in, he picks up his leg to kick. Right. I want to move in, I have to watch out for that leg. So when I make that type of movement, I break it up. So this makes him want to kick. He sees me, he want to kick to stop me from coming in. So when I make that movement, I break it up. You see? If you're on the street and they do that, you go here. Stop me with the kick. And I go up underneath. You see? So I draw the kick. I make them kick and then I go up underneath. Or, again. See? So I draw it. So when I give them the forward movement, and I come up underneath. I move forward, and you see the hand comes up. Stop. So go to stop me with the kick. This is a jam. So I'm using the body to jam. I see the leg come up, and then I move in too close. In fighting, you have what we call DAT, D-A-T-T, distance, angles, timing, and target. So you have to time your movement. So fighting stance, when he sees me move forward and he wants to stop me with the kick, break it up, and I use my body to jam the kick. Again. So I keep confusing him. When you move forward with your weapon, with your body, you have to have something in between you and your opponent. So say if I'm attacking with the front hand, this is a front hand. Most people, when they attack with their front hand, they slightly draw back as they bring the body forward. So they'll go, see this? There it comes. So when you're attacking with it, the hand must move first. If I do this, he can see that. So if you're in front of someone sparring or fighting and they do this, what should you do? What do you say?
Move back.
No.
Continue striking.
Because I'm sending the weapon system forward without a weapon. There's no weapon. So look, this is not a threat. But, you see the difference? So look at this. If the weapon moves first before the weapon system, you have to deal with the weapon. So when the weapon comes, you may have to move back. But if it's just a body, if it's this, you should hit it. Understand? So, same way with the rear hand. I go. You hit. But if the weapon is coming first, if I'm in front, I may go this way. So when I do this, he responds. You respond to this. Not forward, but backwards. So when he sees this, he shifts back. You understand? So if I go, but this doesn't move back. Because when he responds going back, and nothing came and he goes to settle, now the real attack is coming. You understand? So I do this. Now he relaxed and the real one is coming. Same way with the front hand. I go like this, nothing came. He relaxed and then I shoot. So I'm disrupting his rhythm. Hand check, no weapon. Then the weapon comes. Hand check. I shoot the front hand. Pause. So you see him respond off of the first movement. So I shoot the front hand. Then come. So it's a delay. Everybody understand what I mean by a delay? So I'm in front of him. I delay it. So when he sees this, he thinks it's over. Then he relaxes and I come. You understand? Let me see you try that. Okay, good. So relax. So I want to talk about striking. When you're striking and you're utilizing the fist, the first two knuckles is what's making the contact. The first two knuckles. So anybody ever shoot a gun? If you shoot a gun and the round comes out, it spins. It doesn't go straight. It spins as it moves forward. It's the same way with the fist. Instead of it going, spins. See? So I spin it. So if I'm striking him, say for example, I'm in front of him and I'm striking his face. Strike him cross face. Right hand to his right side. Left hand to his left side. Up underneath the cheekbone. So when I strike, I rotate. Instead of this, the bone. So I rotate. See? And I go cross face. Bone. Goes cross face. Right up underneath the cheekbone. If I go here, these won't make contact. So in order for it to make contact, I have to rotate it. Okay? If I hit him here, it turns his head this way. If he turns, his body would want to turn. So I'll stop the body from turning completely and take the target down here. So if this is the target here, I can strike it underneath. But I rotate it. Can you see the fist rotate? I rotate it. I want the first two knuckles to hit the bone on the rib. So I rotate it with the body behind it. So not just this, but it rotates. So look at my foot when I shoot it. So stand straight back up. So when I'm striking, not just this, I step forward. The body turns, and I check the body. If I want to shoot from here, I don't have to pull the hand back. Turn. Okay? He turns that way. But it doesn't matter. But in reality, if I hit, it brings him forward this way. He won't turn. It would bring him forward. And once I bring him forward, I go from here. I may bring him a little bit lower so I can hit the palm behind his head. But when you're striking, you have to read the language of the body. So I know once I strike here, I watch how it moves. So even though the body would move this way, sometimes when you're practicing with someone, they don't know which way it moves. So say if I go here and he turns it this way, I still have to read that language. So when I see it goes this way, but I know it's supposed to go this way, it doesn't matter to me because I'm reading the language of the body. So I just check here because this is what I have to worry about now. So after I strike, I drop the body, I check here, and there's an opening here, and I'll take that opening. And when I take that opening, I shoot it underneath. That fist will rotate. And when I come from here, his shoulder is here. I come here, and I hit that collarbone. Now I'm in front of him, I can scoop and take him right in between the legs, utilizing my shoulder. Everyone understand that? So you have three range in fighting. So you have the close range, medium range, and long range. So you have to understand what weapons are for each range. So sometimes if you're close, if I'm close to him, say for example, I may have did a strike here and his body turned slightly, or his head may go back, and I want to utilize this hand. From this point to this point, I can drop the palm down and deliver power from here. And then once I bring that hand down, I utilize this hand. And I can take the face, or I can shoot it right into the chest. And when I follow that, I take him right into the shoulder. But it'll be on the bony part, so he can feel the pain instantly. You see? So when I take the shoulder, it'll spin his body right around, clockwise. But however the body goes, you have to read that language. The body speaks a language. However position it goes, it's going to speak a language. And you have to understand that language and put your body in position so that you can strike it with authority every time you strike it. Because there's never a time it doesn't give you a language. I don't care what position he goes into. You have to understand that language. You have to understand the distance that you're at. So put your right foot forward. So even if he has his right foot forward and I'm 1 foot away from here, I know that I can touch him. So if I can touch him, I can strike him. I can touch him with either hand. But if I go further, I can't touch him. So when I'm fighting, I'll work. I'll remain patient and utilize deception so I can get to this range. And then once I get to this range, now I know that I can touch him. But I have to outsmart him because he may know that too. But the thing is when you're making these movements, I'm here. This is safe. And I'm going in and out. I may go 1 foot, but I'm back out. But I test to see his reaction. What will he do once I get into range? Okay? So I test him. But I want to be the first to strike.